Hi, I'm Sara. We have already set our intentions and our prayers for this session, so enjoy and learn.
Can we, as with you, as we become more enlightened and begin to astrally travel, can we visit our templates and tweak them?
Only an engineer would ask. I know, and I love to poke fun at you
I know,
about it.
and I accept it.
It's all more fluid than that.
Okay, that's all you have to say.
Okay.
The next question. If we can make tweaks to our template, will they immediately take effect, or is it just an exercise of futility?
Everything happens now.
So they'll take effect now, if they're meant to be.
You're learning.
Yeah, well, you've been teaching me. Okay, next question. Between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, there's an asteroid belt in our reality. In the other dimensions of this same solar system, does that planet still exist?
There's an infinite number of possibilities. So there are an infinite number of possibilities where that answer is yes. And also where the answer is no.
What would the name of that planet be?
Does it matter? It does to you.
It does to Earth.
No, it does to you.
Okay, it does to me.
And the humans living on Earth, certain ones,
Yes,
would love to have a name,
of course we would.
but there's an infinite number of possible names.
How did I know those would be the answers when I'm asking the questions?
Then why do you
Writing
ask
them
the
down.
questions?
Just to see if I get the same answer I expect. Because I always don't get the answers I expect. In this reality, as far as the age of the solar system is concerned, where its creation is 0 on a number line, and a current age on the number line would be 50. At what point in that did that planet disintegrate?
There's an infinite number of possibilities.
That is not the answer I expected, but it's the one I got.
You're looking for a specific point in time, but time doesn't exist. Everything
know.
happens now. There's an infinite number of possibilities as well as probabilities, and so somewhere it was this and somewhere it was that, and who knows? You know, there's nothing wrong with being an engineer. Engineers are necessary. However, engineers do have difficulty going with the flow.
Oh yes, my wife points that out to me a lot. I want to read you a quote from the book I'm reading and get your input on it.
Infinite. That's my input.
I haven't stated the quote yet. So human consciousness generally needs to want to be solid and own solid things. Human consciousness, therefore, wants to be born into human bodies and own solid possessions. If none of them had that desire to begin with, then their purpose could not be fulfilled. Does that make sense? Any statements, comments?
Depends on what their purpose is. But more than likely, if their purpose involved being in the physical reality, then they would be there.
I'm laughing because it's the same answer you've been giving for every one of my questions. I love it.
Infinite, what is that thing? Infinite?
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
Yes. There you have it.
Yep. The author of that book also states that lower level entities, under the direction of our guides, create the illusion in this 3D world. And it is those extra services team members that distracts us, so we forget about that we are only energy in an imaginary world. Is that concept correct?
Well, that's one of an infinite number of correct answers.
This is a day of infinitenesses. Okay, that's enough.
But it isn't necessarily correct in other realities.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Energy in motion can create magnetic fields. Since you guys are energy, does the energy of you create magnetic fields also? Because you move around.
All energy does not necessarily automatically create magnetic fields.
That is true.
So therefore your question is moot.
Okay. Good reply. With us having a list, so to speak, of what we want to experience here on Earth, do you have a list of things you want to learn in the astral world?
Me personally?
Yes. Well, the team personally.
Us personally.
Yes.
Doesn't everyone?
That's what I want to know. Does everyone? Does every team member have a list?
Maybe there's only one item on it. Maybe there's 1 million items on the next guy's.
Then there's a list. That's okay. So
If you want to call it that.
Okay. Boy, I gotta come up with a different way of asking questions.
There's an infinite number of ways.
What are some of the items on that list of yours? It's an infinite number of infinite possibilities.
And infinite diversions. No.
Infinite diversity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Since you folks up there do not have a physical body, how do you see others?
We sense their energies. I thought you knew that.
I knew that. I was just trying to see if there's a different way, because we see with our eyes. We don't really sense. Well, some of us don't. Some of us do.
I think we might have to pull this one to a close.
Not yet. I only have 5 questions left.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But back to... No, never mind.
When an atom is created on the 3D world, does its consciousness slow down the energy to make a solid form?
Yes and no.
Explain, please.
The atom doesn't do it. It's the humans and all of humanity who has collaborated to make everything appear to be solid. Solid, yes. So it's that collective agreement that slows the atoms down enough to assist in the appearance of solidity.
So it's not really an illusion?
Yes and no.
Okay, I'll leave the answer at that, because that's the only answer you can really give, because it is both.
Yeah.
It is solid and imaginary at the same time.
Okay, fine. Next question.
What is an electron?
Didn't you get that in high school?
I know what our
chemistry?
definition is of it. I want to know from a higher level what the definition of an electron is.
It's pretty much what you just said.
Okay.
It's any physicality could be called different things no matter where you are and what But in your case, the collective agreement gives a specific definition to an electron. The electron doesn't give itself a description or a definition. In fact, does it really exist?
I don't think so. I think it's part of the illusion.
The matrix.
Yeah, it's part of the energy. The energy exists. Two questions. We have energy flowing through our bodies. Is pain a restriction of that energy flow? For example, let's say I have a pain in my right shoulder, which I don't, but if I did, would it be because the flow has been disrupted some way?
Yes, I was smiling earlier because I was going to give you a smart alecky answer.
Well, go ahead. You can.
I was going to say no.
Why? You won't let me rub off on you anymore?
Pain, excuse me. Pain is a product of the collective agreement. Therefore, it can be caused by restriction, by constriction, by disruption, because that is how your matrix bodies have been designed.
Okay. That was not the answer I expected.
What other answer could there be?
Infinite possibilities.
Oh,
Last question.
thank God, goodness.
Why do aliens want us to have space flight?
Because you humans want space flight. So aliens want to assist you in that regard because some aliens, as you call them, ETs, have ships that travel because they believe that those ships and they themselves are physical. They're no more physical than everything here on Gaia. Everything is energy. It's what the collective chooses to do with it. and how to do things. Different ET species in your so-called reality. Different ones have different degrees of progress, shall we say. Technical know-how. The truly enlightened don't bother with physical bodies, and they travel anywhere and everywhere they want to go. Because it's all
Now
and
it's
right
one-
there.
It's all 1 point.
Mm-hmm. However, not everyone is to that point, pun intended, yet. Therefore, there are some who utilize electrons and protons and atoms and stuff to get from one place to another in various ways. There are some that feel that they must travel, but there are various, an infinite number of ways of propulsion. And Bashar's people have discovered, should I say the simplest?
Most direct is what I would use.
Most direct. Yes, that's good. Most direct.
Location, location, location.
Yep.
That leads me to another question.
I thought we were done.
We were, but you spawned another one.
Oh dear.
You have said in this session and in previous ones that this reality is a result of a collective agreement on what to create, on how to make everything work. When an ET visits us from another part of the galaxy or universe, where their collective agreement was to create something different than what we have here, would they have to convert to ours to participate, or can they just bring their own and overlay it on top of ours?
There is a small collective called your family. There's a larger collective called your country. Larger yet is your world. Collective agreement in this galaxy. Collective agreement in the universe. Different sizes, shall we say, of collective agreements. Therefore, in general, humanity has a collective agreement of this, that, and the other. And so do other intelligent, sentient life forms. But there is still a greater collective agreement of everyone and everything in this galaxy, so to speak, and an even greater one in the universe. And now we're only talking about this particular plane of existence, not the other dimensions and infinite diversity and infinite combinations. I just had to throw that in. Does that help you understand?
Yes. So basically what you're saying is there is a large scope for creation.
Oh, an infinite scope.
Yes. And as we get more localized, the rules get more localized.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have to adhere to the infinite number. We can only tweak a few things to create a different reality. A few things in relationship to everything that there is to
I
In
don't
other
think
words,
you quite comprehend how to express what you're trying to express.
in other words, a star is a star no matter where we are in the universe. They all form the same way. They all die the same way. Correct? But a planet, inhabited planet, can have its own local collective agreements.
Oh, I see where you're going.
But they still adhere to the universal collective agreement. They can't do something outside of that and still be within this universe.
Well, I have to say yes, but you make it sound like it's law.
No, it's not a universal law, is what you're saying. But you have to stay within the parameters of the experiment, so to speak.
Well, when there's a collective agreement, the assumption is that nothing will go outside of that agreement.
Okay.
It's not like a law, and you're not going
No,
to break
yeah.
the law if you do something different.
Well, a law is nothing more than an agreement that's enforced.
It's not much of an agreement if it has to be enforced.
That's why it's called a law.
I think we just spoke in circles there.
Is that same thing as laughing in circles? We've been laughing too much. Tell you what, do you have any final words of wisdom you'd like to share with this laughing host?
Keep on laughing.
I do a lot of that.
Yeah, but not just you, but everyone. Laughter is a great healer on an infinite number of levels. Oh, I had to just put that in there. I think that it is time to seriously remind your viewers and yourselves to love yourselves. I know many of you think you can't do that, but simply because you exist means that you are worthy. You're not going to go to hell. And if you...
Hell's just an illusion anyhow.
Well, yeah. But if you want to learn how to love yourself, then start thinking through your belief systems, as Bashar calls them, and disposing of the ones that don't really serve you. The ones that might be pulling you down, or putting you down, or making you, I won't say making you, but telling yourself that you're not worthy, that you're a bad person, that you're, I almost had it there for a second, unlovable and unforgivable, and you've done so many things that are so bad and so wrong. Well, take those belief systems and toss them out the window or into the Grand Canyon. That's a good place for them. Tell yourself that you are not the same person that you were when you did these bad things. Even just one bad thing. Even if you just yelled at your mother 5 seconds ago. You are 5 seconds older, you are a different person than you were 5 seconds ago. Forgive yourself honestly, because if you do that, then you won't do it again. Forgive yourself. Every time you make some kind of a faux pas or whatever, forgive yourself and allow yourself to love yourself. And it'll make you smile, like I'm smiling now, because it lifts you up. And then you can love others And I don't mean, you're going around hugging all the strangers, but you just send love out and you smile, which gives love to whoever sees that smile on your face. And it just snowballs. It's an amazing effect. Figure out your belief systems. Dispose of those that don't serve you. Forgive yourself, because every second you're a different person than you were a second earlier. So remember, you're not that same person that did or said or whatever. You're a new person. Think in a new way. Act in a new way. And most of all, smile. Laugh. But if you're giggling as you walk down the street, somebody might think that's a little weird. So just smile. And then you can giggle later when you're in private. It makes everything feel lighter and look brighter. And I don't know why I'm looking that way whenever the camera's there, but
You're looking at the light.
probably. Oh, that god-awful thing?
Yep.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Should I cut that out?
No,
Okay.
it's all right, because I forgive myself. We on the team forgive ourselves, although I'm getting head shakes but with little smiles behind the head shakes.
I don't believe he said that.
Smile. See, they're smiling. They're just energy.
That blows my mind. Energy smiling.
It's
That's a graphic I would like to see sometime.
because the smile might be on your face, but what is it makes you smile? It's what's inside it. It's your energy. So your energy can be seen to be smiling.
Yep.
Love yourselves. Love yourselves, forgive yourselves. That way you can love and forgive others and spread compassion and acceptance to the world. Raise its frequency. The team has grown by leaps and bounds as we've been laughing. You see, that's what happens when you laugh.
What do you mean by leaps and bounds?
There's an awful lot of people on the team right now.
Oh, good.
They collectively, pun intended, send love out to all your viewers, to you and your families, all of your families, to the world. And at that, I will say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for visiting.
See you next time.
Yep.
Good Lord.